Touch and Agree Winter Gala, we are surrounded by dance elites from all over the Metroplex.
How can we create beneficial change? When it's good change, we call that growth. So how can we grow as a community?
Okay, yeah, that's pretty loud. Okay. Now I'm really loud. I'm like really loud. Okay. I don't want to like bend over. Okay. That's right. Hi. Happy holidays. How are we doing?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah.
All of those. Thank you for coming to the very first Touch and Agree Winter Gala. Gala. Which one do y'all say? Do y'all say Gala? Gala? Gala.
I say Gala.
Ooh, that's the right thing. Gala? That's ice cream. All right, my bad. I'm mumble when I'm nervous. But alas, we are gathered here today. I have different heads from different departments that I have come across, but if you do not know me, which you should know me because this is invite only and I had to call you. My name is Quentin Winston. I am a dance instructor, teacher, educator, and also have family here. So I'm a brother, I'm a husband, and I'm very, very excited about throwing my first Gala Boola. Right? But can you guys clap it up for yourselves? Now, before I kind of give my speech, I would like to just get the thank yous out the way because we have so many great people who have actually helped with this. And I think it's very important. I started with Miss Persis Studio. This is my home studio. I've been here since I was the age of 15. And this is kind of where I grew up. It was the first dance studio I actually ever knew. They put a flyer up, and me and my friend Steven here, we had just started dancing. I was like, Steven, I want to dance. I want to pick up some chicks. He's like, who's going to teach us? I was like, I'm going to go home, watch some videos, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to teach us. All right, and he's always been my ride or die, who was like, all right, let's do it. And so they put out a talent show called Teen Talent Follies, and they invited us up here, and I was in awe because I had never even seen a dance studio before. And the story kind of wrote itself after that. Moved to LA, and as soon as I came back here, I reconnected with this space. But I also had a lot of other connections that had happened. I connected with a lot of dancers that had either moved out here, been out here, old friends, new friends, and I learned that this community had grown substantially. We had a millennium for a time. We had different showcases like Dallas Hip Hop Fest that had popped up. And I learned that there was so many more opportunities here that were not here before I moved. And so I wanted to do my best to get out there and meet as many people as I could. Meet as many dancers, many dance enthusiasts, many people that just love to move. And I had no idea that it would lead to something like this, where I now know incredible artists, and not just dancers, but singers, filmers, actors, and it's just showing me that the Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, Plano, Grapevine, DFW Metroplex is full of inspiration, talent, humor, and creativity. So it made me want to put a gala together called Touch and Agree. Now, back to thanking, I want to thank Greg Kelly and his lovely wife for catering this amazing food. I want to thank Chenna, there it is right there, for the amazing drinks. He had a whole menu, guys, and I was like, you gotta pick, because I don't want to pick wrong. Apparently I still did, because there's no dark liquor, but that's okay. I learned the fact that only, what do you say, 98% of people drink like vodka or something like that. I was like, cool, I'm not one of them. But, you know, I'm gonna drink it tonight. I want to thank all of my students who, you didn't realize this, but my students were the ones who were taking the photos and also interviewing you on the red carpet. They left us past their bedtime and I don't need them here. But I wanted to thank them as well. I want to thank my nephew and actually his girlfriend who actually helped me at the front door as well, check in and running the camera. Y'all are here today. I want to thank my buddy Cam, who's doing all the video and photography. He's always been A1 though. And I want to thank my beautiful and lovely wife who created the baked goods. So if you haven't had a chance yet, because the food was amazing and the dessert is busting. So please get you some. We have thank you cookies that we will give out on the way out. And speaking of which, the next person I would love to thank is my lovely assistant, Ms. Zariyah, back there. Fun fact about her, she used to be my student at Booker T, but she got too old. So now she's at SMU on a full scholarship in theater and acting. And I had asked her, have you ever put an event together? She said, absolutely not. And I said, you're working with the right person because we're gonna learn together. So she actually coordinated this entire event. It was her first event putting together. Yeah. Make sure all the people right, because I'm trying to get better at delegating. And by that, I just mean that I'm gonna tell you what I need and then not talk to you for a week. So she did incredible with that. I was like, if I talk to you, I'm gonna do it myself. So this is what I need, good luck. And she did it, so amazing. It turned out incredible, so thank you. And then lastly, I wanna thank God. Got to, because I'm a man of faith. There's a reason this is called Touch and Agree, because I'm a man of faith and I will always stand on that. Yeah. And so, with that, I believe we are ready to start. I got a cool little slideshow that I put together. Let's see how this goes. All right. So, go ahead. Yeah. All right. So, for me, moving back, like I said, I've got to connect with a lot of dancers, and with that, I've learned that there's kind of really like kind of three main categories, especially as a hip hop dancer, that we can put this into. Right. First, dance classes. Like the one shown, you can't really, you gotta get some binoculars, something like that. It's a small screen. But in the middle is a place called Fenton Dance Factory in Plano. And there's a lot, tons of studios. We have a few studio owners in this very building. There's a lot of studios to train and take classes in various styles. All right? But then we also have showcases that happen. In this picture, you see a showcase called Hype. Ran by my good friend Gina. Now we've had other showcases as well. We've had showcases from Motivate. We've had showcases from a team called Athena. We've had Afro showcases. We've even had a showcase called DFW Spotlight, which happened in this very building. But showcases is a great place for dancers to meet, network, and show off. Why it's called a showcase. All right, and then the last category is jams. So on one end we have choreography, on another end we have a place where freestylers and crews and different people that just like to improv get together and they network and they dance and they talk and they drink and they battle. And so those are kind of the three main categories that I really kind of put like my dance style and kind of my dance life into. But as you know, based off the people in this room, it's a lot bigger. Go ahead and click to that next slide. It's a lot bigger than that. Dance, it's huge. It's not just jams and showcase. And even when you think of classes, the classes, like I said, expand beyond just hip hop and tap and ballet. You know, it goes into Indian, it goes into Afro, it goes into African, West African, East African. And all of these things help to create this community. We have people who dance in companies. We have people who dance professionally on stages, like the place like the State Fair, or we have people who dance for professional teams, like the Mavs, like the Rangerettes, like DCRB, like the Lone Stars. We have people who dance professionally and make money off of it. We have people who just dance in the community. We have crews made up of Kirby Queens. We have crews made up of mothers. We have companies, and we have people who also just dance recreational for fun. I'm not trying to make it professionally. I'm just out here because I love to move. And I've learned through the 5 years I've been back that this community is massive. We have over 3,000 dancers that live specifically in Dallas-Fort Worth. And guess what? It's only getting bigger. It's only getting bigger. And not just because of dance, right? Dallas-Fort Worth is one of the fastest growing populations and metroplexes in the entire US. We have, since 2019, we've had 1 million people move here every year. You see it on Facebook when we say, we're full, move back. But it's true. People are consistently moving here. Businesses are consistently moving here. And you have to believe that a lot of those people love to dance. And so we have a lot of new dancers who are moving here as well, or moving back here from cities that they had visited. And so you would expect when we have events in classes, these classes would be packed. These classes would be full to the brim. These events, these showcases would have an unbelievable turnout. These community events that we grow would have thousands of people just gathering and gathering and gathering. But unfortunately, this is what you get. Because with a lot of people comes saturation. And so we've seen a decrease in class numbers. We've seen a decrease in numbers of attendance when it comes to events. People become more flaky because they have so many more options. And it's starting to become an issue because now what's happening is that the quality of the events is falling. And also, people kind of don't want to throw their event again because they didn't have a great turnout because somebody chose a different option, right? And lastly, we see cliques in sub-communities. Now, this is not a bad thing. Like, I don't fully believe it's a bad thing, right? I love to talk about my clique, my crew, free motion. Raise your hand, right? Free motion. This is I didn't say stand up, KB. I didn't say stand up. This is my crew. We have been together for over 10 years. And these are my brothers who have helped me through hard times, made me laugh, made me cry, fed me, taken me in, let me kind of have counseled me. And also, now these brothers are all teachers. We're all teachers and we have inspired the youth. We've inspired people older than us and we've made incredible change. And that's important. It's important for everybody to have a small community within the community that they feel comfortable. That's maybe not a long drive for them to take. Maybe they don't want to come all the way to Fort Worth. Maybe they want to stay in Dallas. Maybe they want to stay in Arlington. So in some ways, it's a subcategory or a sub-community can be very, very helpful. But then what happens is that they stay there. They no longer travel. They no longer go and see what's out there because they're comfortable where they are. Listen, you are meant to have a home. You're not meant to stay in your house 24/7. You're meant to explore. You're meant to get out there. So in some ways it's bad. But I'm not one of those people that's just gonna complain, right? I'm not gonna go on IG, Facebook, and just be like, oh, this is what's wrong with the community, right? That's not how I operate. I hear issues, I hear problems. And so what do? I think of, well, how can we create beneficial change? How can we grow? What's the next step? How can we stop doing what we've been doing that's clearly not working? And I like calling it beneficial change. I don't like just saying, how can we create change? Because as you know, not all change is good, right? When it's good change, we call that growth. So how can we grow as a community? And so I'm here to talk to you tonight about kind of the main way I think that's going to happen for me and my team, and that is going to be DFW Dance Hub. Now, who's heard of DFW Dance Hub? Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. Hopefully, almost everybody in this room, because again, it's invite only, which means you know me. But if you do not know DFW Dance Hub, that is my nonprofit that I had started 4 or 5 years ago with some great friends of mine. Fun fact about it, we actually started as a radio show, and we would rent space out of a building called Fishbowl Network, and we would just bring on guests, and we would just talk about the community, and we would interview these amazing people like Jenny Ryan, who's over DCRB, and we would just chat it up and just kind of get information out there. But as all things happened, it changed. But luckily it changed for the better, because then we started to throw events like our toy drive. We started to have something called a T-Hop summer camp, which we did this past year. And then we even had a show called DNA Show, which we threw right down the street that way. There we go. Right down the street that way, where we invited different people to showcase on a stage that I grew up on. But it is just a helpful tool for dancers here in Dallas-Fort Worth. We have 4 pillars we stand on. First one being outreach. So those events I talked to you about, the toy drive, the summer camp, those are our way of giving back, right? These are our events. We're going to put on events. We're going to kind of bring the community together in our way. But then we have our news outlet. I'm going to talk about this heavy in a second, but this is our media team. As you saw when you were getting interviewed, we're going to have different people go into the field and chat up at your events, interview people on the street, and just kind of spread information, you know, because it's important to do that. Then we have our database. Now, originally I wanted to have a table set up for you to kind of plug in your information, whether you're a studio owner, a fashion designer, a dancer, whatever you do, I wanted to have that. But we luckily have gathered a lot of information already from the RSVP form. But I will be sending out a new form for different people so we can gather that information, because we figured that Google is a little outdated. You can't really find out what studios are still active and what you can even get at these places. So we want to provide a database to do so that somebody can Google and be like, oh, I want to join a tap company, here's your choices that we know of. And then lastly, we have community support, because what good is a nonprofit? What good is talking about the community if we don't support what the community already has? It's not about what we can do for you, but what we can do to help you do what you're already doing for the community. That almost didn't make sense, but luckily it came out. Right.
That was a good save.
You see it?
I was waiting.
But those are our 4 pillars. All right. Now this is my favorite part, because this is where I get the quota of pastor. Right. 3 points, and I'm gonna send you home. Okay. Go back. Right there. First one, like I said, I'm gonna talk about is the news outlet. All right. That's critical. Right. Who follows Complex? Shade Room, right? Different. Now these are ratchet ones. I don't be like Fox News and like that. But these are people couldn't do what? But all right, the point is that these are news outlets, right? This is how we get information. This is how we all heard what was going on with Jamie Foxx, or we found out what was going on with John Majors. Oh my goodness. But all right, media and news is critical, and it's going to be one of my main focuses for 2024. I'm going to be building a team, like I said, that will go to your events and will cover them, will let people know about them, inform them, ask you questions of when you're doing it again, right? We're going to be having people out there take pictures, and we're also going to have someone who will be, can you go back one slide real quick? All right, you can't see it, but the bottom left, next to community support, we're having a weekly show called DHDFW News. I can say that with a lot of practice, where weekly we will release a report of what's going on in the community. So you can find out about events happening that week or events coming up, right? Find out the latest kind of drama. I ain't trying to get too drama crazy, but you know, I went out like, what? Who's who? But the point is that you can find out what's really going on in your community. Yes. So I'm heavy on news outlet for 2024 because, and I'm gonna read this quote right here. It says, "We are drowning in information, but starved for knowledge." And it says it for itself, right? And when I think about it, I like to think about it in 3 ways, right? First you have information, then you have knowledge, right? And knowledge is when you apply the information, right? I've kind of taken it in. But then you have wisdom. Now I've applied that knowledge of the information. What am I going to do with that? And so we need more knowledge out there, because knowing is how we grow, right? To know is to grow. If you don't know it, you're ignorant. And unfortunately, that can lead to separation. But we're trying to come together in 2024. So we need to find a way to get all this information and put it all in one place. Go ahead, Ian. Next one is creating and supporting opportunities outside of dance. I'm so happy you guys came here. We ain't got to put on sweats. And, you know, I had some music playing, but not music you can two-step to, even though I know you would try it. But I love the fact that I've heard it over and over, but great networking, great business happens outside the office. So we need to have more events that you go to and you can just take off those tennis shoes and you can feel comfortable and you don't have to sweat or shake a sweaty hand, you know? You're playing basketball or something. So we're gonna focus on throwing events outside of that, karaoke nights, networking events. Go ahead and click that button for me. Networking events, and then feeding the community, literally just setting up somewhere and having a cookout. And you can just grab a plate, talk, chat up, maybe watch a movie, right? So we're gonna have different events coming out that you can just get comfortable. And you can invite your friends who aren't dancers, because maybe that's also a great way to network, is inviting people who don't dance and they don't know, oh, I don't dance, oh, don't worry, we're just going bowling, right? And so now we have a bigger community and we're getting the community more involved. And the third way, go ahead and click that for me, is creating and supporting opportunities inside of dance. Now, I don't want to get too far away from it, right? I don't need us to go bowling. You know, we do need to focus on what we do, what our art form is. So we want to create and support plenty of opportunities in there. We want to get behind showcases. We want to get behind battles. Maybe increase the money for battles so that people start coming out again, because nobody will come out for a funky $50, right? So how can we increase the money and give them more kind of willingness to win, right? And setting up new kinds of battles as well. We're going to start to create our own dance scholarships. Now, for our summer camp that we just did, we were able to scholarship over 10 teenagers who had never been to camp before. They got to learn how to fish. They got to do canoeing. They were calling their parents excited, like, Mom, I've seen a turtle. I ain't never seen a turtle. and I want to do that more often, right? Because as I tell my boys, money should be the last thing that stops you from doing what you want. I understand it's a struggle. This year was hard for all of us. So if we can find a way to lighten that load for you, not take it away, I ain't rich, but if we can lighten that load for you, we will do so. And then free dance workshops with that. Now I will say this, all right, nothing is free. So we will have a donation link even set up tonight if anybody wants to donate, but it's so we can pour back and have free dance workshops and let people train in different styles, not just hip hop, not just contemporary, but a variety of styles that people can learn and grow. And maybe having it free is the right incentive to get somebody to try something new. So we want to provide that opportunity for you. And then lastly, circling back to this gala, right? I expect these numbers to not double, not triple, but quadruple. I want to get a whole hall in 2025, January. And I want to have a bigger gala and not just have it invite only, but invite the entire community and also give out awards, because it's important, right? We worry about separation, but dancers are athletes, and athletes need competition. It's important to want to be the best, at least for me. You know, I know some people just do it for fun, but that motivates me, and I want to find others who that motivates as well to want to win Best Contemporary Dancer. And you know, people gonna say it's rigged or whatever like that, but that's, hey, be the best, be the most popular, get more friends, I don't know. But all of the above, you know, if you're complaining about not being the best, find a way to make yourself the best. But, you know, I just think that would be another great way to motivate people in the future. So January 2025, look out for the next, and we're not gonna call it the Touch and Agree Gala, we're gonna call it the DFW Dance Gala and Award Ceremony, all right? But now it's your turn. Now it is your turn. In the middle of your, I think, yeah, did we put them out, Zariyah? Yes, yeah. In the middle of the table we have a few pieces of paper and pens. All right, and I want you to take the next 3 minutes and write down some ideas you have for this community. Maybe different styles we need to shine our light on. Maybe it's ways of connecting with other communities through dance. Maybe it's other focuses, mental health. Like, how do you see dance shaping and changing and growing in the DFW community? All right, I'll give you 3 minutes, I'm gonna play a little song, and then I'll come back.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. that that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why did this have to happen to me? For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.
It's very important for you to believe that you are the one. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. That a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers.
You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You know other people more than you know yourself. You studied them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? You've invested so much time in them, you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself.
It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You begin to have a certain uniqueness. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never ever be the best copycat in the world, but you will be the best you could be. I'm telling you to define your value.
That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you are an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream of finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them.
If you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. To invest in you.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it, period.
No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities.
And some of you right now, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to the next level. I want to counsel, you know, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor. Listen to me, you can't get to that level. You can't get to the level economically where you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm challenging y'all to go to conferences. I dare you to invest time. I dare you to be alone. I dare you to spend an hour getting to know yourself. When you become who you are, when you become the person person that you were created to be, designed to be who you were designed to be. When you become an individual, what you do is you take yourself and you start separating yourself from other people. I challenge you to get to a place where people don't like you, it don't even bother you no more. Why? Because you're not concerned with trying to make them happy, because you're trying to blow up. You're trying to get to the next level. I need you to invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. If you still talk about your dream, if you still talk about your goal, but you have not done anything, just take the first step.
That you can make your parents proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let nobody steal your dream. After we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through. What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
There we go. Try not to be all dramatic.
Not to be all dramatic, but to be very dramatic, because I'm a dramatic person sometimes. But I wanted to share with you guys something that, or a video that I started watching when I was 22, so for 10 years. Now, when I was 22, 23, I found myself homeless in LA, and I had the opportunity to call my family, you know, get support here and there, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to give up. And I know in some ways that sounds stupid because, you know, asking for help is not giving up. But to me, it was accepting that I couldn't do it. And I found this video through a friend of mine, Ayende, and I just started watching it every day. Every day for a year, I would watch this video. I had it memorized. I can say it verbatim, and it was important to me because it gave me the proper motivation. And the title of it is very simple. It's called Dream Motivational Video. And so I hope that, like, watching that, especially for those who have had struggles, those who have wanted to quit, those who have had a very rocky 2023, I hope that one of your keywords for 2024 is dream. Because in the end, nobody can take that from you. No matter how you feel, you're gonna close your eyes, and God's gonna put a vision in your life, and it's gonna come true. No matter if it feels like it's not gonna happen. And guess what? We as in me and my team will be here to support you every step of the way. So I hope you understand that. All right. But that concludes my kind of presentation for tonight. I have a very, very special guest who is going to now sing a couple songs. So I'm going to welcome to the stage my good friend, Davian Jackson. Right, because I feel like he's a celebrity, so to say my good friend, like it's a flex. Like, I'm like, that's my good friend, like, he's boy to say. All right, so I'm gonna hand the mic over to him, and everybody make some noise once again for Davian.
For the opportunity, for thinking of me. He told me he wants me to do 2 songs that are inspirational, so hopefully this inspires someone. Just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh yes it will. afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond that sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change will come. Oh yes it will, yeah. I could go to the movies and I go downtown, and somebody keep telling me, don't you hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change don't come. Oh yes it will. Oh, then I go to my brother. Brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. There's been times when I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. It's been a long time coming, but I know change don't go. Yes, it will. Naturally, I'm a PK, if y'all don't know. And so naturally gospel comes to me, and the second song is going to be called The Blessing, so hope it bless you. Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. And we sing amen, amen, the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. And we sing amen, 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 yeah. favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May His favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children, and their children, and their children. May His presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you. He is within you. He is with you. Yeah, and we sing Amen. 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 In the morning, in the evening, and you're coming, and you're going, and you're weeping, and you're rejoicing. He is for you, He is for you, He is for you, He is for you, He is for you. Oh, yeah, and we sing
If that don't take you right into 2024, look, you got what, 3 days? 2 days? How long? 3 days. Look, we going into 2024, right?
Yeah.
We going into it with new eyes, new heart, new soul. Same guy, same community. It's gonna look a little different. It's gonna feel a little different, and it should. Because again, it's about growing. I don't want to do the same things I did in 2023. I don't want you to do the same things you did in 2023. I don't want us as a people to do the same thing we did in 2023. It's a hard year. It's a hard year for a lot of people. A lot happened. We lost a few people. Oof. We lost a few people who are still alive. We just lost them, right? We disconnected with them. We lost opportunities. We got kicked out of homes. We lost relationships. Good news though. It's over. 2023 is over. It's a new year. You're still here. You're still alive. And you have people around you who love you, even when it doesn't feel like it. I love you. Dude, I love you. Like, I got love to give. I do. And I want to support you. And I want you to support you. And I want you to go into this new year ready. Because it ain't gonna be, look, you survived this fight with some new skills. You didn't just survive, you thrive. You're thriving, you're stronger, and you're ready for the new year. So let's attack it together, yeah? All right, that's it for tonight. But I'm gonna play some music. We ain't got to that yet.